Sorry, I just tickled myself. I'm like, oh! Mr. Wave. You literally legs, arms, and a head. What the fuck? Oh my god! Firing blanks.
Mine. I scored that.
Please you can, and boom. Oh. I pressed a random button and it was the button for this thing I'm already on. We offered Side-Eye Guy's asshole up to the incubus/succubus. Nothing happened to his bumhole.
It's a noxious odour and it smells pretty rotten, and I've got a strong suspicion it's coming from your bottom.
I get brown and pink mixed up. Fuck off. No. Marilyn Monday. I saw that video. Happy birthday, Mr. Beardo. And... chat of sorting laundry, so much laundry. Christmas Day. We're ending in 10 minutes. Turkey battle cry. Beardo looks like a white camp Mr. T. A pitbull. CRL, if you clip that, I...
Oh, Beardo!
Fucking
Long chat. I was about to write in the chat, buongiorno.
Scared the shit out of me shouting that loud. Look at this shit. They're in line with my nipples. They're lower than my nipple. Where's my nipples gone? Gun is firing peanuts! Peanuts!
Fire him with your penis, Beardo!
Rawr. Rawr.
Good evening, Beardos, Weirdos, Balls and Goals. Can't remember who this guy's is. It's been so long. I know. I took a week off. Well, 6 days. Last time I was live was on Monday. Pnawn da, Gingy. Right, let me turn down... Right, turn that off in case somebody decides to use the Twitch alert. It won't come through, so don't save your money. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? We are knackered. I severely underestimated the drive. Severely underestimated the drive. Marie Jane Ginjuice, thank you for the membership. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. Hello there, Bristol. Evening, Sandra, Stevie. I'll wait for a few more to come in, and then we'll do the participants, and then we'll have a bit of a chat because we went to Scotland. God, was it a drive? And then we got to Scotland, and the daughter made a plan, and that plan involved a further 3 hours there, 3 hours back. It's Beardo gets beat. Hey, I've still got my belt there. Where's yours, Joe? Where's yours? Fuck, wrestling's fake. It's full of shit. Fuck the wrestling. Good time off. Today is the first day I've sat in front of this computer since Monday. So, yeah. It was needed. King in Yellow for 18 months. Let's go King in Yellow with the 18 months. Thank you very, very much. All good. Thank you. This week's heatwave. We haven't had it in the UK. Although, I took nothing but shorts and t-shirt to Scotland. And Mrs. Geek was like, do you think that's a smart move? Turns out, it was a smart move. Gillian Daniels, thank you for the 14 months. Thank you very, very much. Don't ever change, Beardo. I mean, I did a week of being nice in 3 videos, and people were like, the hell is this? You didn't call him a tit. But it was lovely. It was really, really nice. It was nice to have time off. I responded to a few comments here and there, hearted a few comments, read a few comments, just like when we were back and chilling out, but we were out most of the time. Did you have withdrawal symptoms? No, but I sat on the dashboard doing this. Like there was a keyboard in front of me. Nick Derrick, thank you for the 11 months. Hope you enjoyed your trip. Oh, it was immense. For more things than just, you know, going visiting. Time with the family was epic. Oh yeah, we got eaten to shit. Justin, we're all covered in bites. Glasgow Ghost Hunters, thank you for the $49.99. Holy shit. Thank you. Good evening, Beardo, Mr. Geek. Hope all as well. It was good to see you the other night. Yeah, we went for a meal with Glasgow Ghost Hunters. We met up with them in a little town called Perth. Not in Australia. It's very nice. Very, very nice. 29 in the shadow. Oof. Oof. I mean, I've been sweating since May. Maybe April. Maybe April. Hey, Crow, how you doing? Did you miss the screen? Not this time. Maybe when I was taking a week off for Christmas and I kept going live and I kept making videos and... Yeah, not this time. I've recorded a lot of stuff, but I didn't take the camera. I was originally going to take the drone, the cameras, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm not bothering. I just want time off. So what I have recorded isn't like my face and stuff. It's literally, I'm going to put some background music to it. It'll be a short video of the stuff we did there, but without us being barely in it. Turkey is 44. Right, let's do the participants before I get too sidetracked. Perth, Australia would be underestimating the drive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was Mrs. Geek's first time to go to Scotland. What a beautiful country. Absolutely. The grass seems greener there. I know they say about the green grass of home, as in Wales. Scotland just seems greener. There's a lot of purple in Scotland as well, like purple heather. It's everywhere. Craig Adams, thank you for the 26 months of early access. That's epic. Thank you very, very much. Right, so tonight we have Bristol Paranormal Hunters UK, Adam WBA, Alex on Wheels, Alrar, Amy and Aussie, Anna Banana, Anne Robinson, AV Stevie, Bente Therese, Big Max Golf, Bill Stacey, Blue Sky Lissa, Bucky 9061, Bruni Monster, Cassidy May Wilson, Catherine Lawrence, Julianne, thank you for the 21 months. Just what I need, Beardo and the crew. It's been a bad day. Hey, hope we can cheer you up a bit tonight. Thank you again. Cassidy May Wilson, Catherine Lawrence, Chantel Morgan, Chris Yule, Craig Adams CRL, Crow of Judas, Dark Echoes Paranormal Show after filming, Dawn Reed, Dion, Dorset Paranormal Investigators, Entity 7, the cheating bastard Joe Vitale. Excuse me. Pupsy Sebastian, thank you for the €2. Of course you can get a rar. When I find it. There.
Rawr. Rawr.
There you go. Anti-Sev's cheated. Sorry. Oh my god. Sorry. So I've lost all track of where I was now. Dark Echoes, Dorset, Entity 7, Fahab, and Robinson, thank you for the 8 months. But you need to contact Bristol. We need roast. Yeah, I've been away. I've been away. I haven't answered anyone because I've been away. That was not a fart. That was definitely a sneeze. Fahab, Ghost Dragon Investigations, Ghost Rena, Gillian Daniels, Gingy, Giuseppe Stromboli, Glasgow Ghost Hunters, Janine Jen Mulcahy? Oh, balls. Sorry. It's the Constanza, Jennifer Taylor, Jenny Bird, Johan Rico, Westgate Made in Wales. Who's left the chat then when I was reading? How rude. Jenny Bird, John Boy Patton, Julian, King in Yellow, Max McLeod, Major Truth, Mama Geek, Mandy Priest, Marie Jane Gin Juice, Mike's Mysteries, Mickey, Mr. Badger's Mood Base Delta, Mrs. Geek, Mystic, John Paranormal, Nick Derrick, Paula Fromree, Pupsy Sebastian, Rachel Huntington, Richard Wyatt. It's jumped again. Sorry, Richard Watt, Roger Bowen, Shadow, Skazia, Sparkle Catcher, Squiggle Worm, Stream Elements is being a knob, Sorry Supernatural, Sweet Goth, BFTV, Tanya Phillips, The Paranormal Monkey, Vixen Moo, Wayne Dawson, Wheels the OG, Wanderer, Weird Fox, YouTube Comment, and Zach Todd. Good evening, all of you. Justin, I've just this second got around to watching your episode on, is it UK Supernatural? I think that's what it's called. I enjoyed it. Obviously, I did my thing where I was like, I don't believe in crystals. Don't believe in haunted dolls. I don't believe in this. Don't believe in that. Justin, what are you doing? But no, it was good. It was very good, very enjoyable. Obviously, there's an element of Diane, who's a very lovely lady. I've spoken to her a few times. Her belief system, because she uses crystals. I'll never trash somebody's belief system. Big fan of your videos. Love from Canada. Thank you, Andrew Dan, with a Canadian 279. Thank you very, very much. The Supernatural UK, but close enough. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's very well edited, very well put together. Gotta be said. And it's just around 30 minutes. It's a nice bite-sized type thing. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to, obviously, Kev Kerr's episode. Because if it's what I'm thinking it is, it's the one where he actually had something he couldn't explain. Martin Jordan, Wanderer, hello, hello, hello. It's a Spookfest. Andrew Dan, I appreciate that. Sorry, my glasses are stinking. I can't see out of them. Dan is a wonderful lady, but I also cringe at the... But it's down to beliefs then, right? And I've got a lot of time for Diane. It's not like she's trying to tell me that crystals are real and I'm wrong. And there's a difference. So, like, for example, we went to Edinburgh Vaults. Fantastic experience. Really enjoyed it. And we didn't realise that I'd been recognised by somebody on the tour. And that person came up to me after the tour and said, right, you're the debunker. Debunk this. And shows me a photo from within the Edinburgh Vaults. And I said, well, no, I'm not going to. And the lady said, but that's what you do. Why not? I said, because you've paid to come onto this tour. You've come to have an experience. You believe you've had an experience. I'm not taking that from you. And then I walked off. And even my wife looked at me and was like, I'm glad you said that, because I was waiting for you to say, well, actually. Because I knew exactly what it was, because everybody had it in their photos. Everybody was like, oh, we've caught orbs. We've caught orbs. It wasn't dust. I know what it was, but I'm not going to ruin people's night out with it. I was just like, you've paid for the experience. Keep your experience. And there we go. Catherine Lawrence, thank you for the £5. Can I have a possum Pete to make up for no pew-pews all week? I've missed loads. Glad you've enjoyed your family time. Yeah, I missed Call of Duty. I didn't. Crystal, behave yourself. Have you ever got your drone stuck in a tree? No. I almost crashed at 30 East Drive because I thought I could fly through the house, and drones don't do well in houses. And I also nearly crashed at the George Jarvis Haunted School. I wasn't quite as high up as I thought I was. Was there a bat with a flashlight? No. Everybody had green orbs in their video. In their photos. Everybody had them. And it's so obvious. I mean, I doubt there's people in here, so I'll say it. There's obviously emergency lighting, and all of the emergency lighting has a little green light under you to tell for testing that those lights are working. And they're all like, green orbs, green orbs. I'm looking over people's shoulders at photos, and then I was asked to look at one, and I was like, you have that. You have that. But yeah, it was the emergency lighting. Or the emergency exit signage. It's all got these little green LEDs, so you know that they're working when you're testing them. Anna Banana, hello to you. Are you enjoying our Welsh summer, Beardo? I mean, it's 20 degrees at gone 6 o'clock at night. So in my studio it's probably about 25, and I haven't opened the window. The air conditioning's not on because I haven't opened the window or anything, because even when we got home last night, it was like, I could go make a video because everyone's fallen asleep after, you know, an 8-hour journey, and I couldn't be asked. How are you doing today, Christian? I'm knackered. Absolutely knackered. I didn't sleep very well at all in Edinburgh. Not Edinburgh. We stayed in a place called Auchtermuchty. There's been a murder. Auchtermuchty was the place we stayed in. It was an hour outside of Edinburgh, an hour and a half outside of Glasgow, 3 hours off the Highlands that we went to. But, oh, what an experience. Hey, Brooklyn, how you doing? We just dropped a new video about a premiere. Don't know if Ghost and Trent will do one. Not a clue. Ibedo Season 3, Daryl Dixon looks so good. I've watched the two. I enjoyed them. Thank you for the £2. Ian did it last night, but we did get it back. Yeah, you probably just have to change the blades. The DJIs are quite... I mean, I watched Alison bounce it off a church and then off a wall inside of the same church in one night and still didn't break it. Would you like a tissue for that spit? Spit? I didn't spit. You look well rested, Beardo, regardless. Do you know what? I didn't sleep very well. I think it was too quiet. because this... Oh, the Muckety spit. I got you. The village was so quiet. There was no cars. Not even in the day. It was a lovely little village. But fantastic. Can we get a shout out for Aussie? I don't know. I don't know what to say about Aussie, because he was such a huge influence on me. I grew up with my dad listening to Ozzy and Black Sabbath, got me into Ozzy and Black Sabbath. I'm a metalhead, and Ozzy, you know, he's the grandfather of heavy metal, the godfather of heavy metal, whatever you want to. Black Sabbath invented heavy metal, or the version of heavy metal that I listen to. So nothing but respect from me. I've seen some people like, oh, well, Ozzy did this, Ozzy did that. Tell me somebody else got 76 years of age and didn't do anything fucking wrong. Jennifer Taylor, thank you for the £2. I'm glad you're back. We missed you. It's only... Edinburgh Vault was fantastic. We did do Greyfriars Kirkyard, and then I got talking to a lady that runs tours on the bit that you're not allowed in at the back, you know, the bit where the prisoners were put. I got chatting to this lady, and I was like, look, I know I'm trying my luck a bit. Nobody's allowed in there anymore, you know, without special requests, but I'm a debunking YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. She just went, oh, right. Well, come into my office. These are my haunted dolls. And I was like, I'm getting kicked out of here. And she was like, I don't know if they're haunted. People have told us they are. So apparently they move. I've never seen it myself. But the back of that kirkyard freaks me out. And she was like, here's the owner's... The Covenanters prison yet. Here's the owner's personal email address. I think he would be up for a legitimate investigation. And I'm like, oh, please, 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 please. R.I.P. Aussie. Absolutely rest in peace. We were driving up there, and I was just like, I couldn't believe it. Hope you had a great time. We missed you. What's this about you joining the Backstreet Boys? Cassidy May says, where's the Backstreet Boys merch? Either on the dining room table or in the wardrobe upstairs, Cassidy May. Thank you for the 11 months, Laura Wilson. Listen, I've had trouble finding anything because we've unpacked. Ish. We tried to unpack. I mean, I got home from Scotland, just emptied my suitcase when I wore everything, threw it all in the washing machine, turned it on, I was like, that's me done. And then there's another 2 suitcases. Unfortunately, I might lose Phil Collins later this year. Oh, no. See, I grew up listening to Phil Collins because my dad is a massive Genesis and Phil Collins fan. It wasn't really my cup of tea, but I respect Phil Collins and what he did for music. But for Ozzy, would not be behind the drums, 49 years. I doubt any of us that are into metal... Any of us, whether you like Black Sabbath or Ozzy, whatever, any of us that are into metal would absolutely, absolutely not have the love of metal that we do. I did not wear the Backstreet Boys merch out. That is studio-only stuff. What I'm saying is, I'm too lazy to go and look for stuff. Because it's Sunday, I should be wearing a loud shirt as well, and I didn't do that. Hey Chris, how you doing? R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, Aussie. Think Tim Curry be much longer. Went to Whitby. Do you know what? Andrew Hills, thank you for the £5. I'm not a Hulk Hogan fan. I never was as a kid. The man, I'm not a fan of, but Hulk Hogan, the character, I can appreciate what he did for the business. I don't like, or I didn't like the man behind it. I'm not trying to say this to be like controversial. I just didn't like the man behind it. I'm sorry to say. The character, Hulkamania, what it did for the professional wrestling, respect, but I was always an Ultimate Warrior kid and then an Undertaker kid. At the end of the day, the man was a fucking racist. I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but I'm not going to cry about a racist. Ozzy was a pioneer for rock. Absolutely he was. Fair play, Beardo. Had to razz you a bit. No worries. Childhood is dying. That's the problem. We're getting to that age now. Youngblood's from a Joe. I watched some of the stuff with Youngblood. I've watched a lot of the Aussie stuff since we came back, and it's so sad. Obviously the radio. You turn the radio on. He was Ozzy Osbourne on Black Sabbath all the time, and you hear that intro to Mr. Crowley. I mean, Miss Skeet both went, "Aww." A lot of people are disrespecting him online. They shouldn't do that. Disrespecting who? If you haven't looked up, I love you all. Legend. Hulk Hogan was a legend. Terry Bollea was an... Yeah. No, Casimir, will not tell you why. Hogan's moustache would look good on you. You can shave for 60k. Absolutely not. I am never ever shaving. Just saying. This may get shorter at some point, but I'll never be clean shaven. Watching the Osbournes again. This is the thing with Ozzy. He wasn't just massive on the music industry, as in album sales and record sales. It was the live music with the Ozfest. Alright, it was him and Sharon, but still. And reality TV. The Osbournes was a juggernaut in that reality TV. I barely watched it because I don't like reality TV. But still, it's all very sad. Yes, you can have a wee. I forgot how to use my own Stream Deck here. Where's it fucking gone? That's for Victoria Reach and Brian the Kitty for the thank you for the 10 months. Enjoy the Smashing Pumpkins. Some ridiculous people try to cancel Ozzy over the War Pigs and Sharon. Do you know what? Ozzy did some crazy shit in his time. 76 years on the planet. And he did a lot of alcohol and drugs. And he never lied about any of it. He apologised for the things he did. And maybe this is me cherry picking again because I liked one and not so much the other. Tough. I adored Ozzy Osbourne. Absolutely adored him. David Binch, thank you for the 16 months of early access. Legend. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, I watched the odd episode of the Osbournes, but I always found reality TV really cringe-inducing. I mean, I remember... The one memory I've got, other than Ozzy like not being able to work the remotes, was them losing a puppy and Jack Osbourne being like, "Oh, I'll find it," and then he wears loads of like military gear and he puts war paint on, and then he's got a kitchen knife and he's stabbing boxes looking for the dog, and I'm like, Jack, what if the dog was actually in one of those boxes? What the fuck are you doing? Like, Sky News and BBC News basically had blanket coverage, but Ozzy says how much he was loved. Nobody from the metal. To be honest, I think the reaction Ozzy has got from the music industry, mainstream TV, news, and all the rest of it, it does show exactly what they thought of him in a good way. And as well as that, it's like one of the Beatles has gone, you know? I think Ozzy is treated and thought of that well. And yeah. What did the concert raise? Like 400 million? Incredible amount. Incredible amount. And listen, you could see how ill Ozzy was. I remember the live stream that I did after it. People were like, "Did you see him? He couldn't sing. He couldn't get up." And I'm like, the guy's not well. I didn't realise how unwell, but he went out doing what he wanted. A couple of days after. Evie Stevie, thank you for the $100. Holy shit, thank you. Working a grip of overtime. 6/10 for the next 4 weeks. Missed the weekday lives. Wanted to share my support as always. Stevie, thank you very, very much for that $100. Epic. Dean Bailey, thank you for the £5. Was touching on Brian May. Played the guitar while walking with Ozzy's car. I haven't watched any of it. I won't watch anything that's put on about his funeral, about any procession. I never do. I just don't like it. I don't like going to funerals. I only go to support family and friends. I hate funerals. I certainly won't watch anything to do with funerals on the TV. You know, King, Queen, Ozzy, anybody. I won't watch them. I find them... I don't know. It's not disrespectful because they were celebrities. The public eye and the family have agreed to it being shared with the public. I just don't enjoy it. But in regards to his death and the way mainstream TV covered Ozzy's death, I think it showed exactly what sort of person he was. As Ozzy had the funeral, I've seen AI shit. Sorry, Granny Dumpling. Very sorry.
Piss off, Ghost!
There you go. Antonia, thank you for the €2. Thank you very, very, very much. I'm sure they donate the proceeds. Yeah, it was to a Parkinson's charity, which is epic. Are you a fan of cemetery story channels? I don't watch any, to be fair. Would you watch a Viking funeral? I don't think I would, Weird Fox. I don't know. I don't like to watch funerals on the TV. If it's a TV show and it's, clearly just a TV show character, I'll watch that. But when it's real people, and if people want to line the streets and pay the respect, absolutely fine. I just don't want to watch it on my TV. You just know it took all of Ozzy's strength and resilience to keep going. Absolutely, Justin. Absolutely. It's a harder watch. It was hard enough to watch. I didn't watch it when it went out. I completely forgot about it. I watched it after the fact, and it was a hard watch because we knew it was his last show, but we didn't know it was that final for his last. And then me and Mrs. Geek watched it again last night, and I was just like, fucking hell, I've got to turn this off. There's dust in my eye. Sean wants Ozzy to be buried in the garden. There's so much stuff out there. I like AI. AI is being used so wrong right now. This was Hulk Hogan's last words, and you can tell it's AI generated. This is Ozzy's last words, and it's AI generated. Sharon's words about Ozzy, and it's AI generated. Pictures of people walking Ozzy's coffin, and I'm like, I don't think that's happened yet. Watched only one TV funeral, and it was Princess Diana, and I'll never do that again. I think that's probably why I hate watching them. Because I was forced to watch it as a kid. My parents were like, you will respect this. And I was like, 12 or 13? So I don't give a fuck. I don't know. I just don't like watching stuff like that on the TV. If like that gentleman that died in America, the fucking Annabelle doll. Nothing to do with the Annabelle doll. Grow up. But he's had his funeral, and a scumbagger made a video on not so long ago. Ryan Buell and them lot. The family put out a post. No photographs, no media, and they were all taking fucking selfies at the funeral. There's photos of them all in like white shirts, black ties, blazers, all fucking smiling. Taking photos where they were told not to take photos and being like, oh, we miss our friend. Well, respect your friend's fucking family. Absolute bellends. It hasn't all been AI. No, I'm not saying it's all AI bullshit, but a lot of it is. And it makes it harder to distinguish what's what. And I don't like it. Ozzy passed on Tuesday. His funeral hasn't happened yet. But yeah, the people about that guy from the Annabelle doll, I don't want to say his name because fucking Nesper and all the little hangers on that have been watching my streams recently because they keep posting on Facebook about shit I've said. By the way, Nesper and all them, I know you're waiting for me to make a video about the Annabelle doll, but genuinely, nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares on my channel about your stupid fucking doll. So I won't be making a video about your stupid doll and your stupid organisations that are like, oh, this doll is so creepy, it kills, it does this, it does that. Then fucking set fire to it, you stupid prats. Burn it, put it in a box, bury it at the bottom of the ocean, be fucking done with it. Your dangerous, evil doll can never hurt anyone again because you've destroyed it and got rid of it. But you tour it around and you're charging people for it. Go fuck yourselves. Disgusting people are crashing on the ITC channels in regards to Aussie have been next level. They're crawling out of the woodwork. There's one guy, I think he's still cosplaying as Kurt Cobain, and I'm like, fair play. You've got the smackhead chic, right? Kurt Cobain actually took heroin and didn't look as dirty as you. And I think that's a joke I make in the video because I've got no respect for these people. I just don't fucking like them. The ITC and the Spirit Box gorehounds and grief vampires. Distasteful at best. Apparently Sharon Osbourne doesn't want a big funeral for Ozzy. Let the family do what the family want to do. If they want a small one for him, if they want a big one, whatever the family want to do that. But this day and age is getting harder and harder for families and friends to grieve their loved ones without people cashing in on it. And I know, I guess to a degree, some people are cashing in on it by, you know, how much, bringing up videos about how much they loved Ozzy and stuff. Could that be seen as cashing in on it? Well, yeah, but they're sharing a love of an artist. I haven't done it. I'm not going to do it. But I'm sure as shit taking shots at every one of those ITC channels tomorrow. And for all of you that wanted old school Beardo back, you're fucking getting it tomorrow. Because oof, I've had to stop at the point where I'm going into territory of going against terms of service. Steve Huff should have stuck to reviewing camp. Steve Huff, just get back in the sea. Diego Yota's funeral ended in a selfie fest. The same things happened with the guy linked to the Annabelle doll. Loads of them taking selfies. Huff is a loser. They're beyond losers, any of them. They are beyond losers. They are disrespectful. Thing is, I bet if you went to Steve Huff's house and you looked through his record collection, I'll tell you what I bet you won't see is an Ozzy album or a Black Sabbath album. I've never seen him wearing a Black Sabbath t-shirt, any of you? These people don't give a fuck. They've never given a fuck. It's like, oh, that's a big celebrity. Let's Google search. Wow, Ozzy's trending massively. Boom. Video after video after video after video. Hulk Hogan dies, and obviously Hulk Hogan was a lot more controversial. I haven't seen one of them do a video yet. People use the Spirit Box as celebrities to cash grabs. Disgusting. Rest in peace to Prince of Darkness. His music will have a big impact on me, especially as a Black Sabbath fan. The thing is, these Spirit Box... Sorry, this camera won't stop. These Spirit Box ambulance chasers, the reason some of them strike so fast is, if you want to guarantee to capture Ozzy's voice or get somebody to say Ozzy, the week he's died is the time to do a Spirit Box because every radio station is talking about it. Oh my god, it said Ozzy. You don't fucking say. It's a box that scans radio stations on the week that a beloved celebrity has fucking died. Of course. Of course the name Ozzy came through, you fucking bellends. And they know it and they do it on purpose. Then you've got Huff, Hope, Cody and that other wanker that are putting clips of interviews in, garbling it up a bit with some guitar pedal effects, pumping it back out. It's... Ozzy Osbourne spoke to me 4 hours after he died. Huff, he spoke to you 4 hours after he died. I meant to believe that, right? Not Sharon, his beloved wife. Like, a love that has survived so much shit. Not Sharon. Not Jack, who's into the paranormal and does spirit boxes and all the rest. Nah. He went to speak to some bald-headed fucking wanker that he's probably never heard of. Absolute bollocks. Charlie Chitterton, yeah, I mean, that guy, he needs a fucking bath. Some head and shoulders. He looks disgusting. I don't know what the fuck was on his wall, but it looks like he's face planted there wearing a full face of makeup or something. They're all getting it in tomorrow's video, because they're absolute disgrace. Keep it calm. Me? Never. I'd love to see Hardcore Beardo back roasting videos. but he talks American accent. This is the thing, Justin. I played a few seconds of it, and I can't remember which ITC channel it was, but a voice comes out, and he said my name. Did you hear that? And I was like, yeah, in an American fucking voice. Ozzy, despite all the time he spent in America, despite living in LA, never lost that Brummy accent. Oh, Jennifer Taylor, they're making an absolute fortune on it. Absolute fortune. Hey, Unseen, how you doing? And that's why they're doing it. It's got nothing to do with respecting Ozzy and his family. It's got nothing to do with respecting Black Sabbath. And it's got nothing to do with respecting guys he spent his entire life touring with. Nothing at all. It's lining their fucking pockets. Jack Osborne does our ghost hunting show. Ozzy telling Sharon's cats and dogs to fuck off, Adrian Stitches. Look forward to your video tomorrow, Peter. Appreciate the scars, dears. We'll never shut the ITC channels down, but I'm going to make a fucking noise about it. I mean, when somebody is placid and calm as Dandalf, you can see him fighting back a bit of anger. Will there be a new UFO incident on Tuesday's live, Beardo? Yes. I've just got to find something that I can get my teeth into, you know? Don't get how people get entertained by ITC channels. A lot of the people that are entertained by ITC channels, Phil, are people that are grieving hard. And it is through their grief and their want and need for the ability to speak to the other side that they'll watch these absolute clowns. And these clowns are grief vampires. There's no other way to put it. They're like sharks with blood in the water, but it's with people's emotions. Personally, I think they should bring back public flogging. Did you just call me Phil? I think I did, CRL. I do apologise. Phil. You're Phil now. I did call you Phil on accident, I'm sorry. Is that camera still following me? It is. Paula, there's a few people have asked me to look at, but I need, because this live reaction content, I need videos online that I can look at. But there's a few I've got in mind. I have too much hair, sir. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, CRL, and not enough hair on the chin. Have you heard of Siona Bella? Or Sloane Bella? No. There was an old woman I watched that said Ozzy was going to hell. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with. Or as Justin would say, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I haven't got enough let's have a looks in me. Right, where is she? This lovely lady. I say lovely lady. This rancid piece of shit. Afterlife Adventures. And she says, to the spirit box, where is Ozzy going? Hey, where's my fucking cat? Oh, them there. Where's Ozzy going? And she says, and puts it up on the screen, hell. He's your, it's true evil laugh. He's great. Oh, there we go. Oh, you can't hear that.
Is
Let me guess, she's a medium. She's fucking old. She's not that old. Just angry at it. No comments. 11k views, no comments. Why do you think she has 11k views and 0 comments? But the comments are not turned off. You can comment. I wonder why that is. Is it because she's been absolutely fucking ripped apart in the comment section? Too many people say Ozzy. I think people need to understand as well that Ozzy, the Prince of Darkness and stuff, a lot of it was a character. I mean, he was a loving family man. People forget that. Bots, because he's like wank, deleted. I think she's probably bought some views to get it triggering through the algorithm, maybe. But an extension to see dislikes. I can't remember. There is one, but I don't ever look at them. Not a single comment. I think she's probably been ripped apart in the comment sections and deleted everything. As if Ozzy would talk to... What? Exactly. Bearing in mind, his son is into the paranormal in a massive way. Massive way. Go and speak to your son. He's not going to speak to some bald prick or whoever that hag was. They are absolutely disgraceful behaviour. Disgraceful. Like Alice Cooper. Yeah, listen... Musicians, you know, Slipknot don't wear those masks off stage. It's a persona and a show. Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, was a persona, part of the show. You watch the Osbournes and he was not the Prince of Darkness. He was just some crazy old dude that was hilarious and said stupid things. If you can't take the comment, don't put up the video. Or just don't ambulance chase. I mean, I got really pissed off when Bray Wyatt passed, because Bray Wyatt brought me back into wrestling. Ozzy fucking Osbourne, you know? The guy is a fucking legend. And then people are just... They've probably never listened to him. Or maybe they have in passing because Black Sabbath were huge. There's so many great stories of Ozzy. He was down to earth. I never met Ozzy Osbourne, but I know plenty of people. I know plenty of people who did meet Ozzy Osbourne, and nobody ever had anything bad to say about him. I've met a lot of and worked with a lot of guys in the music industry, from big bands, small bands, bands that went on to become massive, and I've never heard anyone say that Ozzy was rude to them, ignorant to them. Bray Wyatt, yeah, last year. Actually, it might even be 2 years ago now. She made a video on those missing kids in Canada. There's people doing spirit boxes about the kids, the little girls that were lost to the flash floods in Texas. These people are fucking vile. Entertainer is what is where, as a person, a gentleman and father. Exactly, and... the fan base is reeling from Ozzy's death, and as much as we knew he wasn't a well man, and that final show you could see how ill he was becoming, but it's still a shock, and it's fucking heartbreaking. You know, there's not many celebrities who've passed where I've wanted to shed a tear or got upset. Ozzy's being one of them. Kurt Cobain when I was a kid, and Prince, they are the ones that really got to me. Bray Wyatt. But then people forget about, for example, Bray Wyatt. His name wasn't Bray Wyatt. It's a character for the WWE, and people are doing spirit boxes talking to Bray Wyatt. Why are you talking to a character that he created? Why are you... I understand it with Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne had been the character of Ozzy for so long that I think he forgot his real name for a time. I understand talking to Ozzy Osbourne. That's what his family called him. That's what his friends called him. But Bray Wyatt was called Rotunda. Nobody called him Bray in the real world. That was his on-TV gimmick. And people doing spirit boxes like, I talked to Bray Wyatt. How? That was a character. Ozzy was like, well, yeah, it's like... Lemmy was another one, sorry, because I'm a massive Motorhead fan. And Lemmy was another one. I mean, I've got a Lemmy Funko Pop up there. I did have. Where's it gone? I've got a Lemmy Funko Pop. I've got a Prince Funko Pop. They don't go with my Funko Pop collections. I got a Bruce Lee one because I loved Bruce Lee as well. there's been more coverage on Aussie than there was the Queen. Is there? Is Sharon ill or just worn out from taking... I mean, Sharon's had a rough few years, you know? And then looking after Aussie, putting that show together. Because Sharon is not just big for, like, the UK... what was it? Not Pop Idol. The one that... I don't watch any of it. But she was big on TV. But in the music industry, Sharon is a powerhouse. What she did for the Ozfest, signing... or making sure the bands that I adore getting signed. I mean, if it wasn't for Sharon, bands like Limp Bizkit, Cold Chamber, anyone that was on the Ozfest that was unheard of at the time, that was her, because she loved metal music and would put these really small bands to share a stage with the likes of Slayer and Black Sabbath, which is fucking incredible. Didn't know you like Bruce Lee? Yeah, I love Bruce Lee movies. Don't forget Dimebag. Yeah, Dimebag upset. I was very fortunate that I got to meet Dimebag at Ozfest in Milton Keynes Bowl. Me and my mate Gruff basically got thrown out and not allowed back in for something, and we ended up in the Roadrunner beer tent backstage because I'm sure it was Des from Cold Chamber felt sorry for us because we were going to miss Black Sabbath, so they took us backstage to the Roadrunner beer tent, and we were looked after. And I spent a little bit of time with Rex and Dimebag, which was phenomenal. Just these people are just normal people, you know? Like Des Fafera from Cold Chamber calling me little guy, and I'm looking down at him like that. And I was 16 or 17 at the time. Sharon has done so much for the metal industry. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sharon Osbourne, I mean, people will say, you know, greedy, this, that, the other. If it was all about greed, she would have filled Ozfest with just big bands, not looked after small bands and put them on her. Sharon really... Sharon's not going to look well. I mean, her soulmate has passed away. I hope she's going to be okay, you know? She's the pillar of the family. Yeah, Sharon Osbourne's always seemed like that proper matriarch role, you know? And if you fuck with Ozzy's family, look out. And I wonder if Sharon... I hope she doesn't become aware of these ITC channels. If she does, I wonder what route she will take with it. I do wonder what she would do. Sharon's dad... Well, yeah, Sharon's dad was what signed Black Sabbath originally, right? Des is small, yeah. Very small. Crazy religious people call Ozzy Satan. And Ozzy used to play up to it, you know? He'd play up to it. I mean, for years and years, he played up to that bite in the head off a bat stunt. He played up to it for years. And then decades later, he was like, I kind of thought it was a toy or jelly or something. And it was only after I'd ripped the head off it with my teeth I realised what I'd done. But then he played up to it for decades, you know? He's a showman. He was an entertaining showman. He clearly, look how loved he is. On the Osborne YouTube channel, Ozzy and Sharon say they got invited to devil worshipping events and said, no, we are religious, worship God, that's it, a show that Ozzy does, like you said. Exactly. I mean, everyone was saying that he was like the Prince of Darkness and the Satanist and stuff. Did anyone ever notice that Ozzy always wore a big fucking crucifix? It wasn't upside down. He wasn't like pentagrams on his t-shirt and stuff. He always had a crucifix, front and centre. Sharon would take the ITC channels. Yeah, I kind of hope she doesn't ever... hopefully, her status in the world means she will never ever look and never ever see it. I hope. Because that's another battle that she's going to have to... After dealing with the loss of her soulmate... is dealing with these ITC... intertrans... fucking bullshit. Intertransdimensional something. I can't even remember what it means. If anyone, Jimmy Page is more into the paranormal stuff, big follower of the Aleister Crowley. Ozzy bit the heads off 2 doves in front of record producers. I mean, the man did some crazy shit. I mean, the Alamo, you know. Didn't Ozzy give Youngblood his... He did. Youngblood made... I don't even know who Youngblood is. I've just seen those videos. I've seen the videos. I think Youngblood giving something back to Ozzy. I don't know who Youngblood is. I've never heard his music, obviously, until that show. Jack is bound to be aware of those channels. I'm sure he'll shield it from them. I hope so. Same with I made a number of these sold records back in the 80s metal concerts, or was Christian's Bible thumping. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, my mother spent a great portion of her life being a born-again Christian. She's not so much into it these days, which I'm happy for. But yeah, my mother, when I was listening to Marilyn Manson and Black Sabbath and Slayer, who've got very, you know, satanic imagery, and my mother was just like, oh my god, the devil is in you. Shut up. Iron Maiden were evil, and oh my god. Can't stand Youngblood. Yeah, ITC idiots talking crap. Kenny McCormick, you're a legend. That's why we don't do drugs, kids. I mean, Ozzy did a lot of things through drink, drugs, and nobody ever told the guy no. He was a megastar. Can you get a Negan, Nanny Pups? Of course you can.
Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
You're a born-again Christian, goth as hell. I've never understood the whole, if you're religious and heavy metal is the devil and stuff, because it's not. I mean, there's Christian, Gojira, they're a French Christian metal band. Creed were a Christian band, I believe. Alter Bridge are a Christian band. You can have whatever you want. And a lot of people sing about Satan, not because they believe in it, but because it's a cool story, bro.
Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick.
Yeah, Alex on Wheels, I kind of missed on Chester Bennington because I wasn't a Linkin Park fan. I am now, retrospectively, because I grew up where I was like, that's not metal. You know, I was one of those gatekeepers. If it wasn't down-tuned and if it wasn't heavy enough, that's not metal. I was one of those idiots for a while. And retrospectively, or retroactively going back and listening to Linkin Park, that man's voice was fucking incredible. My mum's mate used to think Tom Ray from Slayer used to keep his Bible in a pool of blood. I mean, I had a Marilyn Manson poster on my bedroom ceiling. It was Marilyn Manson. You've probably seen it on artwork somewhere, of Marilyn Manson sitting on a toilet. And I hated the poster. I only put it on my bedroom ceiling to piss my mum off. That was the only reason I did it. Did Evanescence start off? I don't know. I'm not much of an Evanescence fan. My wife is. I'm not. I love Halloween all year round to confuse people. I mean, I do. Under Oath, As I Lay Dying. Didn't the singer of As I Lay Dying get into a lot of trouble? A lot of trouble. Like, isn't he in prison? You rebel, Beardo. Yes, I am. Welcome back to Diabolical Follicle. Steve Dodsley, thank you for the £5. Better be pissed off than pissed on. Oh, man, I used to do things to wind my mother up all the time. I mean, the greatest wind-up on my mother, apart from nearly convincing her she'd won the lottery when I was a kid, but my dad played a part in that. New metal era, I love new metal. The real new metal. Korn. Before this, and that on the side of my neck, my mum was like, she got used to my tattoos. She was like, please don't ever tattoo your hands. Yeah. And don't ever tattoo your neck or your face. And for a long time, I respected her wish. She doesn't care anymore. She's cool with it. But about 14 years ago, I put temporary tattoos there. You could basically go online and order whatever you wanted the tattoo to say. So these tribal flames come off my throat up the sides, and then 666, my God has horns. I'll slap my throat a bit to get it nice and red, and then I sent the photo to my mother. She was not happy. My dad rung me and was like, do you have to? Because look what he's done! Look what he's done! And my dad just laughed and went, what do you expect? He's an asshole. The Bible is literally God on a power trip wiping out humanity. It's also... I'm not going there. But yeah, I'm not into religion. I'm not into mass organised religion. I tend not to get into those arguments. It's a crazy book. Is that writing on your vet? Yeah, it says Tim the Tatman, but it's done in the black metal font. It's Tim the Tatman t-shirt, not a band top. We have time to check Proven Demons again. His Dutch girlfriend that's infatuated him. Now he's putting it through. Evie, the second I look at his channel, World War III will break out again. One of the other debunkers want to take a hit for a change. I'd be well up for watching them do it. I don't know if I'll feature Proving Demons again because I don't wear a mask, and because he was the guy that doxed me, you know. He was the guy that told everybody that my middle name is what you guys thought my first name was, and obviously he was trying to find my address and found where the business is registered, which is not my home address. And then there was all the stuff he was putting online about me essaying my mate, not realising it's just bands, you know, boys in bands doing stupid shit. And my family don't need that fear again, because this is why we didn't tell anyone exactly when we went to Scotland, is because my wife was worried about that asshole. We didn't know he was back in the Netherlands, but my wife was concerned that he'd come and torch the house. Is Proven Demon still a thing? He's left me alone. He's still going live and doing whatever he does. I don't think he's mentioned me, and good. I don't think I can add anything new to the Proven Demon saga. I think I have covered everything I can on him. I've called him out for everything I can. Anything further than that is just me looking for a fight. And if I'm just looking for a fight, then I become everything that I've been accused of this last couple of weeks. Unless he does something really stupid, like picks up a fucking skull out of a grave, or breaks into something, or does something really scummy that deserves to be called out, then I don't see the point in me covering it, because all it will do is worry my wife, worry my daughter, and that's what made me... I couldn't give a fuck if the guy comes after me. I do not care. He's nothing. I've dealt with much scarier than that in real life. But when my wife and my daughter start to get worried, that's when I've gone too far. I know I should be able to say what I want without recourse, but I have to understand that when I say things, people can react negatively, and my wife and my daughter are not like me. They are nice people. When's the Vault stream out? There's no video footage from the Vaults because I was on a group tour, so I've only got a couple of photographs from it, and I wanted to experience it. There's a couple of companies do the Vaults. None of them allow video. You can only record for 60 seconds, but then you're not allowed to have lights on, and they don't allow professional photography gear in. So I've only got some photos of that. I've got a lot of footage of Greyfriars Kirkyard. I've got a lot of footage of the Harry Potter bridge, even though I'm not particularly a Harry Potter fan. That much vodka consumption says it all. Yeah, I'm just better off leaving it. You know, if he does one of his stunts where he upsets a lot of people and I get asked to look, fair enough. But, you know, I'm not adding anything. I think everything that needs to be said about the man has been said from my point of view. I couldn't give a shit what he thinks of me. Like, E1, best to ignore, especially not saying anything. Yeah. And that E1 thing, it's another example of it. It hasn't affected me, but, you know, I open my mouth about him, showing support for Jordan and Andrew Stonerock, and then poor Brooklyn gets another death threat because I've opened my mouth. And I'm like, if I had just kept my mouth shut, she wouldn't have to deal with that. And what was the point of me mentioning him anyway? Because nobody knew who the fuck he was. It is what it is. There are a few filming restrictions on the Hidden London tours my wife and I went on. Yeah, a big part of it was I just wanted to enjoy doing stuff with my family. The only time I started taking photos in the vaults was when me and my wife started to get really weirded out because we were hearing people behind us. There was some really weird noises that we couldn't work out. Some we worked out, but there was a point where I reacted first, and when I looked, my wife's head was already turning. We both heard the same thing, and I'm like, these vaults are weird. I don't know if you've ever been in them, guys, but those vaults are fucking weird. The like the oppressive feeling in them, and listen, low ceilings and enclosed spaces, 18 people, and you're getting a horror story as you're walking through there. I get all of that, but it's a weird place. Edinburgh, the city, or the old town in Edinburgh, is a weird place. Really weird. Hey, Elise. You seen Huffed and the Oz? Yeah, we've gone through that, car, Feely. You're not responsible for the shit other people choose to do. Yeah, I'm not responsible. But at the same point, I've got to think of my wife and my daughter that live in this house with me, and the you know, when obviously the house is covered in CCTV. There's, you know, when we went away, we made sure there was somebody looking out for the house, you know. But my wife shouldn't have to feel like that. I only did one side of the vault, Stan. Ghost Wiener, thank you for the €50, something for the mods. Appreciate that, Ghost Wiener. Thank you very, very much. Love the old town. Old town Edinburgh was amazing. So obviously I did some research. There was 4 really, you know, reportedly haunted pubs. We went to all 4 of them to get some footage and stuff. Can you go to the vaults or any tours as a wheelchair? The steps to get down into them, Bookie. No. I don't know if there's any ground level you can do, but you know, we went down a fair few flights of stairs because they're under the city. Exploring Lucy, thank you very, very much for the 1 month membership. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. The Edinburgh Vaults are not from Edinburgh. Love my city. The vaults are creepy. Greyfriars Kirkyard. That's got a weird feeling to it. The entire old town, as busy as it is, there's just this really creepy aesthetic to it because the brickwork is all sort of blackened and stuff, and it's so old, and it's new ground level, but as soon as you look up a bit. What was the hotel like? We stayed in an Airbnb an hour outside of Edinburgh. Beautiful little cottage in a place called Ochty Muchty. There's been a murder. I think I just rolled my R then. But if you did try to dox you, I'd have had the police to look into it. Yeah, him and the guy from Spotted Ghost both did it and claimed that it's not doxing because it was a public record that they used. But it's a public record that I didn't want out there. You know, I'm entitled to some form of privacy, and they took that from me. And it's technically not illegal. And if they had done that on Twitch, it's against Twitch's terms of service. I could have shut the channels down. But on YouTube follow the law, not. They don't have their own rules about it. Hey, Ripid, thank you. Appreciate that. I had my own cuss out Colin moment too. I think of Mickey. I've seen Collins in shit again. I've seen that he's done some accusing people of being on an Epstein list, and people are kicking right off about it. I've had a few people email me like, "You need to look into this." Oh, hang on, I'm the ghost guy, not the Epstein list guy. Ghost guy. Watching the protests, see what the UK has lost. Only protest on weekends and not enough show up. I don't pay any attention to that. Mary's King's Close. See, I tried to go to Mary King's Cross, but it was sold out. What we didn't realise is when we got to Scotland how busy Edinburgh is. And everything was sold out. We were lucky to get the spot we did on the vaults, because everything was sold out. Are you trying to be Mark McCannis Taggart when you say Och the Machty? We'll go with that. I've never seen the Paris Catacombs. See, I don't think I'd do the Paris Catacombs because I don't like the idea of climbing over skulls and shit. It just doesn't... I understand why people go there. I understand the fascination with it. I've watched videos there, but I won't. I don't think it's something I would like to do. There's just a thing with human remains where I'm like, keep that over there. I want nothing to do with that. Does the Weege Brothers Ghost of Trent have a live after you, boss? Apparently the Weege Brothers just dropped a video last night or today with no premiere. I don't know about Ghosts on Trent. I'll have a look now. The Weege Brothers dropped an hour ago, and I can't see anything for Ghosts on Trent. Let me just have a look. Oh, I've got to turn it to Justin again. Ghosts on Trent don't have a premiere set. So without those guys having premieres and stuff, I mean, I'm not ending yet. We've got another hour. But what I'm probably going to do is send everyone over to Flurio this evening, because she's got a video called Stop Exploiting the Dead for Clicks and Views. And I haven't seen the video, but I know what the video is about. So I'm going to send everyone over there, because a lot of you guys won't know this, but me and Flurio, we have had a lot of shit from the New England Paranormal Bollocks Society and stuff. So... and there's going to be more and more coming. Stevie, me, and Flurio, we've had a lot of shit from these guys. Daniel Green, thank you for the £2. Good evening, Mr. B. Hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you. Richard Felix put out a new video earlier. Did he? Did he? Something strange in the jail. Who are you going to call? The Ghost Man. Who's the Ghost Man? Yeah, we'll send everyone to Flurio. That was about Colin. What was about Colin? The Flurio video. I think the Flurio video is about Colin. I think it's about a few people. Flurio's been awesome. Flurio's getting a lot of shit. But what the guys that turned on me or had a go at me didn't realise is that there's a lot of people don't like Nespa and all the groups associated with them, and they have pushed all of those people to me, and all of those people are like, anything you want, anything you need, we've got your back, we've got this, we've got that, we've got the people that have used to work for them, and I'm like, I'm on board. These people want to accuse me of doing things I haven't done and cause all this shit when they should be mourning their mate. Count my fat ass in. Elise, of course you can have a hour.
Rawr. Rawr.
Aaron Octavia, how you doing? Did you see or have seen the Lionesses? No, I don't watch sports, any of them. Surprised the Collins conspiracy... I've watched some of Collins conspiracy videos. I'm not surprised he struggles with monetizing them. Lots of accusations. If they're as bad as his ghost hunting videos, I can see why. Wasn't there people who went missing in the Paris catacombs and they'd be found again, or am I thinking of the wrong place? The size on it, I can imagine it's real. But there was a movie based around it called As Above, So Below. Decent horror movie about the Paris catacombs. Mythos brought a video yesterday. I watched Mythos's earlier. It was the Grief Vampires for the premiere last night. Yeah, it was sent everyone to Flurio. Yeah, I watched Mythos. That's a good video as well. Ghost and Trent have to put out a statement saying people have been asking if Steve has become a full-time new member. This is a thing. Paul, Griff, and Mark all work full time. And their schedules are becoming more and more difficult to line up. So what Steve and Paul have done is said, well, if nobody's available, we'll go out together. I mean, this is something me and Paul were going to do ages ago, but they live so far away, I can't do it. I can't fill in. It's just about them being able to get the content out and not doing Abandons alone, because you can't do them alone. How about the Rendlesham Forest UFO mystery for Tuesday? And can we have a crystal, please? Yes, you can have a crystal. Rendlesham might be a good one, actually.
You've been panned.
Do I believe the Paris Catacomb? I mean, if someone is going to be haunted, why not a plague pit? It could be. The new Friday the 13th movie is to be released. Is it? I thought it was a TV series they were bringing out. Camp Crystal. I don't know. The rights of all the big 3 horror movies are a mess. Well, Michael's not a mess, the Halloween franchise, but Freddy and Jason, their rights are a mess. Absolute mess. I think there could be something to the Paris Catacombs to answer that question, though. You live near Rendlesham. Nice. Just finished late this week, Brothers. Very funny. I mean, Steve put the community post out. What do you think scared me this time? I was like moth, bat, cow, or my personal favourite, an air freshener. But yeah, nobody's replacing anyone. Griff haven't left the Ouija Brothers. I mean, if you guys watch my gaming stream, Griff often games with us on a Monday. And he's basically said it's work. Work doesn't allow him to do what he needs to do. This time of year, he's always busy because people have had extensions built and they want them plastered out and stuff. So someone went to the Paris Catacombs, the guide ran off and left them. They were lucky they weren't in too deep. Yeah, that place is so big if you get lost. You ain't coming back out. And there's a lot of it isn't... it's not strictly legal to access a lot of the Paris Catacombs. But obviously there's a lot of people providing that access. My dad made the UFO that's on the UFO tour. What? You've seen they're bringing out a new Hellraiser game voiced by Doug Bradley. Yes, I did. In the Discord, somebody put your suffering will be legendary in Hull. Hull. If you've ever been to Hull, true story. Oi, oi, Savloy. How you doing, Naomi? Yeah, I think the Hellraiser game is going to be much the same in vein as Texas Chainsaw, the Friday the 13th, and the Evil Dead game. Which I'm not a huge fan of those types of game. Unless it's a story game. Is it a story game? Beto, you watch Happy Gilmore 2? I haven't watched it yet. We had a nephew overnight before we went to Scotland, and he'd never seen Happy Gilmore, and he's like, "Can I put that on?" I said, "Yeah." I put it on. I was like, "This film isn't quite as funny as I remember." And the second one is going to be 60-year-old Adam Sandler shouting. I don't know if I'm going to bother. I don't know if I'm going to bother. Normally games based on films are rubbish. It's the style of game they are, where you've just got to run around and do little tasks as a group, talking to each other. And then there's a killer or a couple of killers that are running around, controlled either by AI or other players. Texas Chainsaw was good because I'm a huge fan of that movie. But I never bothered with the rest because they're all the same game with just different skins on them. I think I tried to play Friday the 13th, but it was really buggy and I didn't like it. I played Texas Chainsaw twice with Steve and Griff, and then I got bored of it. Steve's still playing it. Peter, when you're hoping to get back to North Fort, and I have not been to Shepton Mallet. I'd love to. I wanted to do North Fort in the summer for the longer nights and stuff, but I don't know. Summer's nearly gone. We're at the end of July already. The end of July. Where has summer gone? And this summer has been unusually long because it's been hot as balls since March. Slick, thank you for the £10. Beard, good news. My mum will be home in just over a week. Of course, I have to clear the downstairs bedroom. Mental health has gone to shit, so I can have a row. Of course you can, my friend. I'm glad she's coming home.
Rawr. Rawr.
Maybe there's a Friday the 13th movie and a TV show, because I know the rights are all over the place with it. Beardo, can Derek remind us what Mary loves? Oh, Derek. Ah, sorry. Derek, you let me down there.
Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick.
Mother Half has been to Bug Jam and Santa Pod this weekend. He sent me a photo of a caravan with Tara Palm reader. He said Madam Zelda's here. I'm into a beach this year. What's a better game based on a horror movie or horror based on a game? I honestly don't know. There's a Blair Witch video game that's really good. In fact, I enjoyed the Blair Witch game more than any of the Blair Witch movies. The Blair Witch game was really good. Be going to North Fort in September and Shepton Mountain in November when the tickets become available. Nice. North Fort is great. I wanted to go there in the summer just so I could actually get there when there was light to put the drone up. Watched you play Lost Alone, you jumped a lot, hurt my neck, you made me jump as well. I'm rewatching all your old games. Blue Skelissa, of course you can.
Bro! Dude! Bro! Demons! Demons, bro! Murders! We've caught a ghost!
I got a few more family things in August as well. Because this last 3 years on the second Blair Witch was good. RCRL, no. A trilogy of Blair Witch games. I don't know if it's a trilogy. Rendlesham Forest UFO Walk the end has a replica. Oh, right. Replica of the UFO the American servicemen said they saw. My dad built that replica. Oh, that's cool. Holly, sorry for your loss. Beardo, no, you can't, Naomi. You never can. I'm back at 30. No. Normally, I've always got a 30 East Drive in the pocket. I don't have one. I don't have the desire to make that drive again this year.
Oh, fuck off! Adorn me, Beardo! Fucking A! It's perfect!
I think Cheryl is talking about the Blair Witch 2, The Book of Shadows, which was fucking abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. The real story, what the cast did to the actors in the Blair Witch, was horrible. I've never looked into it. Beardo, it's very moist out. It's moist in this studio, honestly. So moist. I'm dripping like a knackered fridge. That tune always... that's where the tune is from. That's what I got it from. Was The Mask. I was going to redub the lyrics, but copyright wouldn't let me do it. It was too long a clip. Nice to catch alive at a full knee replacement 2 weeks ago. Bloody hell, never again. Jesus, Nicola. I hope you're healing well. One good thing the Blair Witch done was the found footage craze. Yeah. I enjoyed the first one. Then there was Book of Shadows, which was shit. And then, I think in 2019, there was another Blair Witch movie came out that was alright. Richard Larson, yes, you can.
Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
I've never seen Burn Notice. Weird, Naomi's in the chat. That makes me moist. Sorry, I'm just saying what Evie Stevie meant. Me and CRL disagree on a lot to do with movies, music, pretty much everything. But still incredibly great friends. Really enjoyed the Wreck movies. My wrestling belt. There. Blair Witch Volume 1, Rust in Parts, survival horror game developed by Terminal Reality. Oh. Legend of Coffin Rock and the Ellie Kedwood Tale. That's not the game I played then. Yeah, that's not the Blair Witch games that I played. The Blair Witch game that I played was an Xbox title. Hello? Why is my camera just randomly moving all around the room? Maybe it's a ghost. The M word is torture. Do you mean moist?
Yes, we all know Mary likes it. Copy me. Ooh, ooh. Sorry, Carl. What was that?
Whoa, ceiling. I know. Possessed camera. I've seen both Grave Encounters movies, Ivy. The first one was absolutely fantastic. You could tell what they were taking shots at. The second one was absolute junk. Haunt X TV, ABDO, hope all as well. Hope you enjoy Bonnie Scott and get ourselves all set up for next month's Ghostly Antics. Have you got a date for it, Haunt X? I haven't had a date. Beardo, can I have a dude bro for my son? Of course you can. Hey, Jerry Sats, how you doing?
Dude, bro! Dude! Bro! Demons! Demons, bro! Murders! We've caught a ghost!
Davey Boy Harrison, I watched the new Superman movie this morning. Lord Washington, good afternoon. I'm not a fan. I really didn't enjoy the new Superman movie. At all. I watched Superman get beaten up by everything for an hour and a half. Lost every fight he was in. I saw him bitch and moan because a dog jumped on him and then a dog was nipping his ankles and Superman going, ow, 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 because a dog is... It was stupid. I don't know why they turned Superman's parents into hillbillies that were, like, really stupid, because these have been out for a while now. So how did his parents still think they had to shout really... It was meant to be funny. It didn't work. I like James Gunn. I like James Gunn's movies, but his humour in a Superman movie didn't work for me. I liked the guy that played Superman. I think he was really good as Clark and Superman, although Clark Kent was barely in the movie. The guy that played Lex Luthor, I've never seen him play any part bad. But the dog was Crypto, yeah, but I just didn't like the movie. I didn't like it at all. I'm not a Superman guy. I like Christopher Reeve's first two, and I do like Man of Steel. You don't like the look of the new Fantastic Four? See, I'm excited for the Fantastic Four. Hey, James, how you doing? Moist down the middle is needed, I think, Beardo. Is that not the one I played? Oh, I do apologise.
Yes, Carl. I've heard just over there. I've heard it gets very moist down the middle. Copy me. What was that?
And my biggest thing is, it's a Superman movie, but the Justice Gang... Just give us fucking Superman. Just give us Batman. We don't need to shoehorn everything in to try and keep up with Marvel. Hey, Lucia, I'm a massive Batman fan. I got Batman stuff all over my studio. I've got a Superman there, a Superman Pez there, and that's about it. I've got some rare Superman comics, but I'm not a Superman guy. I love the Green Lantern, I love the Flash, I even like Aquaman. I just don't like Superman that much. Fantastic Four was awesome. I can't wait to go and see that. I turned down the Fantastic Four on Friday because of a mate saying it was meh. Oh. I think Fantastic Four's going to be hard to do anyway. I don't know. I'll probably enjoy... Listen, even the bad Marvel movies are still better than a lot of the stuff that's out there. CRL, I completely understand the comic book movie burnout is a thing for people. I'm excited for the release of Naked Gun. I don't know. I only go to the theatre now if the kid who wants to go feels like a waste because I don't usually enjoy the movie. Fair. Do you mean Aquaman the child or the superhero? The superhero. Best horror for me is American Werewolf in London. Best change from man to beast I've ever seen. Rachel Huntington, I agree. It's my favourite werewolf movie. My opinion, the MCU has buggered the film industry. Everything has to be connected. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean, even the Conjuring films are a fucking shared universe. Why? I mean, it's 91. I feel like 104 my part in Missouri. Ugh. Christopher Reeve was the best Superman. I loved what Henry Cavill did for Superman as well. He unfortunately struggled with the same thing as I mean, I tried to rewatch The Flash the other day. That movie is fucking awful. I mean, Ezra Miller was shit casting anyway. But I love popcorn. I could live on. See, I'm a big fan of the Doritos and cheese dips. I love going to the cinema. Mrs. Geek doesn't really like the cinema that much. Oh, Dog Soldier is an epic werewolf movie. I loved that movie. But yeah, American Werewolf in London is... Do I like Deadpool? Yes, I do. I mean... There's Deadpool in a suit, but he's fallen over there. There's Deadpool up there. I got loads of Deadpool shit all over the studio. I got a Deadpool mask here somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. I got a Deadpool mask that did live on my desk, and I don't know where it's gone. But yeah, I love Deadpool. Peter, what did you think of the Nun movies? Awful. Just cheap jump scares. The Nun 2, there was a really good jump scare. With the magazine rack. The pages start flipping, and then it turns into the Nun. She jumps out. That was... But they're nothing but jump scare movies. Cheap, unearned jump scare movies. I didn't enjoy them. I like the Conjuring 1. I like the Conjuring 2. The first Annabelle movie was shit. But then Annabelle Origins was good. And then Annabelle Comes Home was good. But that doesn't mean I enjoy the based on a true story. I watch them as movies. I'd get the missus to hide it. It was getting dangerous. What? It's David and L. I broke my phone, so I'm on a new account. Still keeping the Patreon from old account. Hey, appreciate it, David and L. Thank you very much. What's better, Marvel or DC? I'm not the guy to ask. I enjoy both immensely. I don't see the need for me to pick one over the other. I just love comic books. When it comes to movies, though, I think Marvel have done a much better job at it. Animated movies, I think DC have been leaps and bounds ahead of Marvel. But comic book wise, I enjoy them equally. What do you think of The Babe, the pig movie? I don't think I've ever seen it. I'd rather stay home and watch stuff at home. You can sit in your PJs and eat popcorn and chocolate. You don't have to sell a kidney for it. True. I didn't enjoy the first Megan, so I'm not watching the second one. Hey James, no worries. Appreciate the lurk. Don't mind watching horror films, but I was having a nightmare afterwards. Not sure if it's anxiety, insomnia, or something else. I used to get affected by horror movies, but I'm so desensitized to them. That's why the Fantastic Four worked me. It's its own thing. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'll probably enjoy it because I used to love the Fantastic Four. I mean, outside of that door, in the back room, it's a junk room. It's got all my music gear, my son's music gear. There's tin plates on the wall. Thor's first comic book cover, Superman, Batman, and the Fantastic Four. I'm a big Fantastic Four fan. Megan is missing. Oh no, Megan the movie M3G, fucking Chucky for kids. I didn't enjoy it. The first one was alright. The second one looks shite. I think Marvel overall produced the better heroes in general. I don't know. Yeah, I can't pick comic book wise between Marvel and DC. I just can't do it. You know, I'm not a Superman fan, but Batman is such an incredible character, and everything surrounding him. Hell House series. Yeah, I know there's a prequel to the Hell House series, right? Hell House LLC. I started to watch them and I was like, I don't know about this. But yeah, they're good. Low budget, but good. Deadpool and Wolverine movie was funny. I loved it. I did watch all the Saw movies. First two, great after that. Didn't like them. I enjoyed Spiral, though, the Chris Rock one. Grieve Encounters, the first one I enjoyed. The second one, not so much. Horror movies, miles behind. Just found out there's a fourth Fear Street movie. I turned it off. I started to watch it last night when Mrs. Geek was sleeping. Turned it off. Went back to watching Doctor Who. Marvel, DC, should not be about which is better. It's down to the person and which they like more. Yeah, and I don't have a preference. Oh, The Nun was better than Megan. Did you like the Hostel movie? I did. I did like them back in the day. Love Batman Begins. Batman Begins is a very good Batman movie. The Dark Knight. I know a lot of people slate The Dark Knight Rises, but I love The Dark Knight Rises. Beardo, Milk and Cereal on YouTube. Watch it. What's it about? Getting sick. There's like 20-something Amityville movies. Because I watched the original. Then I watched the Ryan Reynolds remake of the original. And I'm sorry, but I think the Ryan Reynolds one was better than the original. And then I watched the sequel. The original sequel. And then there was this whole subplot involving incest. And I was like, whoa! The fuck did that... Nah, I'm uncomfortable watching this. This is fucking horrible. And I think it was CRL that said, yeah, basically the writer of the film put it in there just to disgust audiences. I was like, good job, because I turned it off. Autopsy of Jane Doe is a fantastic movie. Really, really creepy as well. Really creepy. Batman movies, old and new, are all great. Who's your favourite Batman? My favourite Batman is Ben Affleck. I think his Bruce Wayne and Batman were brilliant, but he never got the right script and he never got his own standalone movie, which is an absolute shame. But he was the right height, the right build. He was just this powerhouse. He's the right, Ben Affleck is 6'4". Bruce Wayne in the comics is 6'4". He embodied Batman, but they just... they couldn't give him a decent film, and I'm sad we'll never get it. But I've got a Batfleck statue up there. There's one down there. There's a proper, really expensive resin statue over there. Loved Ben Affleck's portrayal of Batman. But if I was to put Batman, my favourite Batman from the movies and story and stuff, I think I'd give it to Michael Keaton. Because the original 1989 Batman... I know Batman had guns in his car and Batman was killing people, which he should never be doing. But I enjoyed it. What do you think of the Paranormal Activity films? The first one, I love the Paranormal Activity movies. The more recent one they did with the... they go to like an Amish farm. If you've not seen that one, I think it's called Next of Kin. Holy shit, is that an underrated movie. Should I boycott the Jeepers Creepers movies because something bad happened behind the scenes? No. If you want to watch a movie. But don't watch the third and fourth one because they're fucking awful. The first Jeepers Creepers was really good. Second one was okay. The other ones, absolutely abysmal. Beer today is the last double XP boost for now. They gave Daredevil to Ben, but he always wanted him to play Batman. Autopsy of Jane Doe is so underrated. There's another one similar called The Possession of Anna Grace. Anna Grace is... I rewatched that a couple of weeks ago as well. Smallville. I am not watching some teeny bop, shit TV show masquerading as a fucking Superman show where he doesn't fly. Fuck Smallville. Fuck it. Nice brows beard. Did you get them plucked? No, I did not. Autopsy of Jane Doe, is that a voice? If you've never seen the Autopsy of Jane Doe, it's one of those horror films that will scare you when you're watching it. It'll give you the anxiety and you'll be like, oh, fuck. because it feels like it's setting you up for jump scares all the time, and rarely do they pull the trigger on them, and it's fucking horrible in the greatest way possible. Has anybody watched 2025? I know, Mickey, I was going to, so I was like, oh, rewatch the original two, because they were pretty decent back in the day. I turned the first one off after 40 minutes. Those films are shit. Absolute shit. Eden Lake is disturbing. Yeah, for a very different reason. That was a decent film. That was Michael Fassbender's first film, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that was Michael Fassbender's first film. Well, the first one I ever remember seeing Fassbender in. He's only got a small part in it. There were two films from the 90s, Brain Dead and Bad Taste. I love those films. Did you watch Dean Cain's Superman? Yeah, as a kid I watched it, but I always preferred The Flash. Underwater House with the divers. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed that. It got a bit silly towards the end, but I did enjoy it. That had a creepy feeling. And the claustrophobia because you're underwater, but then it got a bit silly. Beto, your thoughts on Tom Hardy in the... I like Tom Hardy. I think Tom Hardy's an incredible actor. I really enjoyed the first Venom, even though it should never be done without Spider-Man. But I liked the first Venom. It took my brain out of gear. The second one, knowing and how much I loved Venom and Carnage and the whole saga surrounding them, I was like, what have you done? You've neutered Carnage. This isn't for me. And then the third one came out, and I was like, how in the fuck have you made a Venom movie that barely features Venom? Get off my TV. I've got a Venom figure down there from the movie, but yeah, I only enjoyed the first one. I love Spaceballs. It was Fassbender in 300. Mulholland Drive. Do you know, I've never seen Mulholland Drive, and a lot of people have told me about that. I think the film Candyman gave me my fear of wasps. See, Candyman, that's another underrated horror movie. Really criminally underrated. To me, Tony Todd as the Candyman should be up there on the... What do you call it with the 4 presidential faces? Mount Rushmore. If I had a Rushmore, 4 horror movie characters... Freddy, Candyman, Michael Myers. I'm not going to put Jason up on there. Sorry, because there's a lot of fucking awful Friday the 13th movies. And Ash from The Evil Dead. Because a lot of people don't like it when I say this. The Evil Dead, as a horror movie franchise, is the strongest of them because they've never made a bad one. There are awful Friday the 13th movies. There are awful Freddy movies. There are awful Halloween movies. They've never made a bad Evil Dead movie or TV show or video game. Just saying. GBRC EFC 125, thank you for signing up as a mega fan. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Autopsy Jane Doe's on Prime watching after this. John Boy, you'll thank me for it. It is such a good movie. Hey, Chris Williams. Of course you can. Say hello to the in-laws. Sorry.
This kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity, hot diggity. This kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
Blackwell Ghost series is all acting, but it's more convincing. Blackwell Ghost. I nearly did a video on the Blackwell Ghost because it was supposed to have been real. And what was the other series he made? He made another series as well, but the guy was supposed to be dead, but he turned up in something else, acting as a different character. That was originally portrayed as real. I've never seen the first one. Art the Clown hasn't quite got the steady... He hasn't been around long enough yet. Saw franchise. See, I didn't particularly like from Saw 3 onwards. A Ghost Story and The Changeling. Both very good movies. When's the next Pew Pews? It'll be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Beardo's all thumbs. I'm all out of sorts, man. All out of sorts. Hey, The Rights, how you doing? Sorry, but it's true. I watched the Cinema Snobs review of it. It's from the same people who bought us Winnie the Pooh, Blood and... I can't watch those films. The Popeye one, Winnie the Pooh, the Mickey Mouse one. I got no interest in them. They look fucking awful. Awful. GBRCEFC125. Thank you for the 5 gifted members as well. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is one of the best comedy horror films ever made. True. I laugh. I've rewatched that. It must be about 8 times, and I laugh every bit as much every time I watch it. Cheryl, I love the Carnage Candy, you know? Who's the YouTuber I'm referencing every time I say Carnage Candy. But the Saw films became more and more ridiculous, and then it's like, oh yeah, this is a prequel. Well, why does John Creamer look 20 years older than in the first one? And things stopped me. The original was so clever. And then they made the second one, and that was so clever. And then they just... they fucked it. Didn't Chester Bennington turn up in a Saw movie glued to a car? Am I remembering that right? TV show Resident Alien? I have not. Jerry 2. Comedy short might be a better film than those two. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Tucker and Dale and Cabin in the Woods was really good. Not better than Shaun of the... See, I love Shaun of the Dead. And I laugh at Shaun of the Dead. I really laugh at it. But Tucker and Dale... it just proper makes me belly laugh. When that... Every time he ducks down and that girl just goes through the wood chipper. Proper belly laugh at it. Chester got a tie to the feet. I remember him being glued to a car seat. Tim Traveller, how are you doing? Welcome in. Is it better than Shaun of the Dead? Oh, I don't know. I love Shaun of the... Simon Pegg is amazing. I forgot he was in Doctor Who at one point, playing the villain as well. Like, holy shit, Simon Pegg. Loads of really famous people in Doctor Who before they got, like, proper famous. Weird. Beto, did you enjoy the last film... The last Saw film? Saw 10 was really good. Really good. Like, back to the brilliance of the first one. I did. Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz are amazing. World's End, not so much. Good movie, but it's not up there with the other two. Hello there, Clay, PNC Paranormal. How are you doing? Did you ever see Fear Clinic as Robert Englund and Corey Taylor? I've never even heard of it. How have I not heard of that? Just want to say hi, and you are an everyday part of our household now. When something goes wrong, even though boys say it's Beato's fault, love. I appreciate that, Dan, Roxy, Matt, and Noah. My mother-in-law does it too. Beato's fault. I'll skip the James Corden episode because I can't fucking stand this smug little prick. Sorry. He also did a Mickey Mouse film. It was based on the Steamboat Willie version. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's all stuff that's gone into the public domain, which is weird with how tight Disney are with copyright. But yeah, they didn't call him Mickey Mouse. They called him Steamboat Willie. Blue Velvet is another really disturbing David Lynch film. Joe, I don't think I've seen it. I should watch it because I love David Lynch. When it becomes public domain, there's some Z-grade movies coming out. The rights? Of course you can have a Possum Pete. They're making Silent Night Dead. Didn't they already make that? Now in a good few weeks, Matt was like, oh, and I'm sorry to hear that. Really sorry to hear that. Yeah, Possum Pete stays over there away from me because I couldn't work out why I kept sneezing and my eyes swelling up. Turns out I'm allergic to him. I bought my daughter, we went all the way to Scotland, all the way up into the Highlands, and we spent hours looking for Highland cows and didn't find one. And my daughter was like, I really wanted one, or really wanted to see one. And then every shop we went in, they had these stuffed Highland cows. And she was like, I want one, but I haven't got the money. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. So I ordered one on Amazon for when we got home. I gave it to her today, and I'm allergic to that as well. Managed to keep a lot of the copper up and making the first few frames of Steamboat Willie. The logo, as logo copyrights don't expire. Ah. My favourite Doctor Who bad guy. Weeping Angels as well. Yeah. They were villain. I'm still trying to find the episode. When I was a kid, the Doctor when I was a kid, or the Doctor I remember more fondly, was Sylvester McCoy's. And there was an episode, I can't remember what it was called, what the aliens were called, but there was an episode that involved water and these like veiny zombie things popping out of the water, and it scared the shit out of me as a kid. I'm trying to find that episode to work out what those aliens were called. Highland cows are all emo. I ain't changing your mind. You're right. Can't wait for the Violent Night sequel. The first was outstanding. Violent Night. Oh wait, are we talking about the David Harbour film? Epic. Epic. Have I seen the original Sinister with Ethan Hawke? Yeah. Love that film. The sequel. What a pile of shit. Hey, Shannon Elizabeth, welcome back. Alexis, hello to you. Sylvester McCoy's Doctor, don't give a fuck with the aliens called sea. I don't know, because they came from lakes. They were like a purple tinge to them, almost like zombies. It was later on in his thing because Ace was his assistant. But I'm kind of rewatching modern Doctor Who from. I finished the Eccleston one. I'm at the end of Billy Piper's run as the assistant. But I've started rewatching old Sylvester McCoy episodes in between, because me and my daughter are basically rewatching Doctor Who. David Tennant's your favourite Doctor? Yeah, Tennant's my favourite. He was fantastic in the role. Sea Devils. I'll check that out. Make sure it's the same one. What's wrong with Ethan Hawke as a vampire? Daybreakers? Have you seen any UFO in Wales lately? I have not. Because I haven't been in Wales, I've been in Scotland all week. The boy was good. The second one was shite. Turned it off. Cree Storm, hello, welcome in. I had a nightmare about them when I was younger too. Let me have a look. What did you say they were called? Sea demons. That's Sean Pertwee. Yeah, that's not them. No, it wasn't them. They were more humanoid. They were more humanoid and like purple and veiny. I've just described the cock. Oh dear. Oh. Purple veiny monster. Stop misinformation from ruining like. Right, that's not the one I'm going to send. Right, I'm just sorry, I'm talking to myself. Do apologise. So I'm going to send everyone over to Flurio when we end in about 10 minutes. Lionesses Roar, did they win?
Rawr. Rawr.
Hello there, Kim Horton. How are you doing? Now, what's Doctor Who? Why do different people become Doctor Who? It's the same person. He changes his face when he dies. To stop himself dying, he regenerates. It's not like James Bond, where it's the same person, but they never explain quite why he looks so different. They hope nobody notices. And then Daniel Craig seems to be a reboot, and it's not that. There's an explanation behind it. It's because of the type of alien that he is. Chris, I had no idea that the Ouija Brothers put a video out. Didn't see it. I'm going to watch it tonight. There was a great vampire episode from Doctor Who in 1990 called The Sea Devils. I'm going to look for it after. Same people who made Adolescence are doing a remake of Threads. What's Threads? I never heard of that. We just got you back. Hey, listen, I'm going to be back full-time from Monday. I took some time off for the family. I really fucking enjoyed it. I'm going back carnival from tomorrow as well because holy shit did I eat in Scotland. Moss Green, the monsters in The Curse of Fenric were herbivores or something. Once GT having door trouble again, does Elliot look like the lead singer of Toto? He does. Hold the line. Curse of the Fenric. Let me just check. Yeah, that's not them. Maybe I'm misremembering the monster, which is why I can't find them. But yeah, that's not them either. When I find it, you guys will know. Master Crow Daddy. Hey man, did you watch the trailer for the new Weapons movie? Weapons? No. The comedy show tonight, it has the twins in it. There's a comedy show tonight that has the twins in it. What? Threads is on BBC this week, I think. I've never heard of it. Curse of Fenric is the vampire one. Mummy Shark. See, I've never watched the Sharknado or none of those. They don't appeal to me. So you should be you got a munch on your halls. Oh man, I ate like a fucking pig. Like a pig. Be to look for Doctor Who Under the Lake. Dean, I hope you've nailed this because it's gonna fry me. Ghost Under the Lake. No, that's Capaldi. No. Thank you for the £2, but no, it was not that one. It's Sylvester McCoy and Ace. Trevor David, thank you for the 20 Australian dollars. The Navarino. I'll find it. I'll find it. And then I'll let you guys know what it is in Discord or something. Every thumbnail of twins, it looks like they've been... They're idiots. Latest Star Trek episode. Are they still making Star Trek? I haven't watched anything since the... Captain Picard thing. World What is Goosed? Porked. Fucked, I think. Oh dear. Curse of the Fenric. I don't think it is. I'll find it. You know, isn't there a Doctor Who wiki for all the apps? There is, but I've only got a vague recollection of Ace leaning across like a board on a lake, and then this like zombified human popping out with like purple skin with white veins on it, popping out and gonna grab her, and it scared the shit out of me as a kid. But that's all I remember of it. I was a very young child when I watched it. Question being, does Possum Pete have the same type of fur the crafters would use to make beards for gnomes? I have no idea. New Star Trek, Discovery and Strange New Worlds. I haven't watched any of them. Watch it, not be the Doctor Who. It's definitely Doctor Who, because Ace was the assistant. Strange New Worlds and Star Trek is awesome. I might have to check that out. Is that the cartoon? I know there's a cartoon. Goose is when you get a finger rammed up your butt. Thanks for clearing that up. Doctor Who Curse of the Fenric. I'm sure I've already looked this up. Yeah, it's definitely not them. Definitely not them. Because Ace was in a bomber jacket phase. Not this. Nah. That's not it. Wait. No. Actually, it might be.
It's
Wait.
on invade.
Is that it? See? I don't know if that's it. You can't see that. I don't know if that's it. It may be. And I've misremembered the look because it's been a long ass time since I've watched that. I'll find out. I'll find out. Ace was the Curse of the Fenric. Beto, put what you remember into Google. Yeah, I will figure it out. Yeah, I'll have a look. But I want to find the episode I'm watching and see if it's still... It's probably not going to be scary. Hammervores. I'll have a look after. But, you know, I can rewatch all old episodes. I'll tell you what, though. The old Doctor Who episodes haven't aged. Haven't aged at all. Does look a lot like what you said. I'm not a doctor. Yeah, maybe it is. Google says The Swarm or something. Don't know, never watched it. I'll find it. New Star Trek's on Paramount Plus. Oh, that's why I've never seen them. I'm not paying for Paramount Plus. I already pay for Netflix and Prime. I don't pay for others. Rose's going to ghost hunt in August. Can you give her any advice? It's for 14th, but a bit unsure. Just enjoy it, Dawn. Go there with an open mind. Don't let anyone pull the wool over your eyes. And just enjoy the experience. And the big one, don't go there expecting anything to happen, because a lot of people get disappointed on the first ghost hunt because nothing happens. Good afternoon, John Torrance. Peter, look at the image I put in general chat disc. Great. Didn't look quite so vibrant. Yeah, Doctor Who hasn't aged well. I forgot how different the theme tunes changed to as well. Milk and cereal, what's that? Right, that's what Sierra wants me to look at. I'll definitely have a check of that in a bit. General chat. I don't know, Dean. It may be. I'll have a look after. God and Monsters. I can have a look because I've just described probably 20% of the villains in Doctor Who, to be fair. But I gotta go. Blessed and take care, everyone. Hey, Dave, good to have you back. I'll try and find it after. I still find the Are You My Mummy episode from Doctor... we watched that today. Are You My Mummy... Oh, the kid with the gas mask. Yeah, we watched that today. Horrible. Kid got on my nerves. I've slapped the gas mask off him. Are there any good horror movies coming out? I generally don't know. Have you seen the Spooky Goose debunk on the Weeds Brothers? I Love You. I have not. Spooky Goose. No. I'll look for that. I saw a video he did not so long ago and I like what he does. I'll definitely check it out. Right then, it is coming up to that time, Beardos, Weirdos, Boils and Ghouls. So... at the top of the chat, I have pinned a link to Flurio Phantom Files. It's not her newest one about Colin. If you want to check that out, check that out. But this one is called Stop Exploiting the Dead for Clicks and Views. I haven't even watched it. It's an hour and 5 minutes video, so you know, the whole chat is going to be lying awake. I'll post it in the community when I find it, which could be tonight, could be in a month, because it's me, you know? Shargula 3. Fuck that film. Right, so I will try to find the purple monster. Shut up. Shut up. Thank you everyone for a fantastic stream. Yes, you can have a wee just before I go. Have yourself a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for laughing and joking. Thank you for just chilling with me. I appreciate every one of you. Rawr.
Rawr. Rawr.
Beardo, wrong channel. What? It's definitely not right. Right, that one. I'll repin it. That'll take you through to the specific video. Villa Wolf, thank you for the 20 for the mods coffee fund. I appreciate you guys. I am actually going now. Good night, all. Have a great rest of the weekend, and I will catch you tomorrow 2 p.m. for some Call of Duty and video as usual 6 p.m. Monday, where I will be shouting at ITC channels. Much love. Beardo out.
When you feel it coming down, the beetle goes around and need a roll. Can I get a roll? Dressed up like a T-Rex with that perfect strut. All the people in the chat's just going nuts. You need a roll. Can I get a roll? If you're not feeling well, it's a nice surprise to get her off of being stolen every line. With those tiny little arms and the flowing tail. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Can I get a roll? You can get a roll. The object of the day to put a smile on your face. All the fans know how much he appreciates. Roll. You can get a roll. If you're just feeling like crap, all you have to do is ask. Beardo's got your back, and just like that, you get a roll. Can I get a roll? You can get a roll. With those tiny little arms and the flowing tail.
You're still here. What are you doing? What do ghosts wear when they can't see properly? Spookticles!